Welcome back everyone. Here we are through day one of our gravity swing build. It was a fun little build. Got a nice little drawer for storage on our base, and then I've been calling a little fidget toy here. You guys got a little clockwork dealio to spin our needle with, so that's a fun little bonus. I didn't even think about having one here. It gives us something to put in our drawer. But looking things over, I think we're going to go into, I'd planned on this being a 2-day build, but I think we're going to end up with a 3-day, because this plane is looking a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. But while I'm getting these pieces out, I'll go ahead and tell everybody, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having some fun. You've seen any kits or builds or sets or anything you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. Like I say, a whole lot more pieces on this than I thought there was going to be. But we're ready to jump in. They're going to slide off my uniform. And, oh, that's it. Much more to it than I thought there was. I think this is where the bulk of the 168 pieces is at. So I start off with this guy. Go in from this side. That one. Yeah. Bring you on in for this. It's pretty small all the way through. And we got our rudder. Excuse me. And there and up. It does have a little wobble in it. Now, these guys through there and down, and still nothing locking the rudder in at this point. So it's still loose, but it's not going to fall out because it does have the top holding it in. And then this one and this one go down here and here to stabilize things, I believe. Small one in the back, I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. Now, okay, I didn't think this part was going to be exposed. I thought they were going to have the sides come later. Okay. Okay, the rudder will fall out. Two. And there's what locks in our rudder. Now, this one. And down here. Seems to be there. It wasn't cooperating. Now, thinking is the seat. Okay, that's not. I thought that was lifted up. It's not. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, it's going to make a gap there. So it's okay, going to give it a little. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's force that one down to make it more airplane shaped down there. Okay. Let's see. Where am I? I keep losing my spot. These are rapid fire. Okay, so you and the wheel. Okay. Didn't feel super secure going on, but it seems like it's sticking. Okay. Now start working on our palette. So, and where did I put? Ah, I did have to paint his scarf white. Start with it going that way. You over here. And this one in the middle. Okay, we gotta mix his face up. Not sure what this is. we're gonna have goggles up here, so that'll be obscured a bit. And ball bearing in there. There's a little counterweight. Pop the other side out. Oh, together pretty quickly. Now we got our. I'm assuming they had to have had. Well, I don't know. I think they've given us a biplane. I'm not sure they'd have radios, so it might just be earmuffs. And goggles. Oh, these guys. Make sure I get flush all the way on. All right. Go through the center here. And other side, and we got, it says to use this piece as sort of our spacer tool. Get some sort of lined up like that, little gap on there, so it does. We'll spin rock and roll on its axis there. Yeah. Okay. Now, take one other spacer tool. Go the arrows there pointing towards the back. Here. Here. Now, palette guy goes in there. Oh yes, let's see, get the. It does stop at the front there, but still get some motion on it. And flip and refold my poster. Excuse me. Okay, we may go further than I thought we was going to go. I still think it's going to be a 3-day. Because we're getting into all these little bitty pieces. Okay, now, this goes down here. Okay, so into the back. Back. And then drop these guys down on that. Alright, now we gotta I believe the pilot is going to end up being slightly out of proportion to the plane. But I don't think they're going for super accuracy here. Alright. Okay. Now that part is over there. We'll bring in our engine. We got, let's see, find the right ones. These three have studs on both ends, and these are plain on the top end. So we start with them. Okay, it goes forward. This goes in on the notated slots. And well, made it this far in. Start giving dishing some dirt. I got a shipment in from Amazon today, and I think it's going to be a popular one. It was actually suggested a couple of times. I've been a little resistant on it, but I think I've recovered from the trauma enough that I'm ready to give one of those builds another shot. I think I'll probably start that up. This one going up on Wednesday, Thursday. At least I think I'll do a palette cleanser on Friday and actually bring out the like I say, the one I think is going to be very popular on Saturday. You know, I'd be surprised it doesn't take a solid week on that one. It looks like it's going to be a complicated build, but those are usually the ones I dread but end up having fun with too. Yeah, sort of took advantage of the Amazon Prime Day, I guess last week, or is it early this week? Last week. That's how I've got to where I do Prime Day. I just put stuff in a wish list, and whenever it comes up, I look and see if any of it's on sale. And that's when I buy it. I don't know if anybody else had the experience, but Prime Days is not hardly worth looking at anymore. You know, as far as just the quote-unquote deals, for me at least. It seems like when it started, it was actually good brand name stuff, and now it's just Amazon forcing their sellers to put things on sale. Work our way around here. That one's not cooperating. I'll skip it. I don't remember cooperating. Look the same to me, you know. Okay, there. Must not have been holding my mouth right. Barrel cylinder, you know, for our engine in place. Now we got our symbol. Let's see the circles. Okay, the triangle goes down. It'll go like this, supposedly. Should line up all those, and the ones with the extra tabs that we first put in should. There they are. Pressure. Okay, so I'll find it. There we go. Yeah. And there's our engine assembly. you, you. There's our flight controls here. This strikes me as something that I could easily break, so try to be careful with it. Doing that. I should do that. Yeah, did it right now. Gauge cluster in there. Let's put it right over the flight controls so you can't see any of it. Yep, this one goes up into the back here. Okay. Well, that. Now, you. Okay, that did not take nearly as long as I thought it was going to, so I'm definitely going to pull some more pieces. I thought that was going to take most of the night. This may end up being a one day. This may end up getting done today. Alright, so I'll be right back with some more. Alright, let's do some work on some wings and see how far we get. Let's see, I think this one first. And these. And on the underside. Get this structure, I think. That. Okay, so this there. This seems like something else that's going to be easy to break. I got a fairly flimsy structure there. Now, here, there, and hope. Gently wiggle and jiggle and work your way in. Okay, this one just staying loose so far. Okay. Alright. And same thing on the other side. That wasn't too bad. This way this time. And these nooks and crannies were a bit small for my markers to get into, so I didn't get all of them this time. Our little support struts here. Thing's been bugging me for, I think, far longer than those things are supposed to live. Alright. Yep. The side. And somehow, wait a second. Yep, it goes backward. Got it backwards here, so in there to get that back apart. Okay, so this is on the front. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now we go into this. Okay. Looks like that one let loose too. Okay, now these guys clean back in. And what we going here? Got slot there. Okay, so those three. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna up there. Okay. Huh. Not sure which side my scarf's supposed to end up on. Thinking. Scarf should be under it. These, I guess, blessing and curse. It's not. So am I putting this on the right side? Let me check. No, I'm not. Ooh. This goes over here. Okay, so that's okay. That makes more sense. Goes under our engine. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense once you gotta have clearance for our silk scarf to fly in the wind. Okay. Oh, there's that one goes in here too. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Place there. All right. Now, soon, those are supposed to line up. Now, do a little bit of work on our top wing here. Let's see, got the ding on it. Okay, so one side with the little gold trim, and it gets all these guys. Okay, double up here. I think once we get this top wing on, I'm going to call it a night and have this be an extra short video. It should be interesting to get all these things to line up on those struts. Yeah, that'll give us a decent amount for tomorrow as well. Okay. Now, preview there. You in. Start slotting things in, I hope. Not much room to get in there to. Okay, get the right angle in it. You can, or I can at least. Okay, there it went. Okay, you got the middle one here. Oh, I'm stuck on the pilot here. Okay, that's why it wouldn't. Alright. Now, take care of these over here. I hope. Alright. I think that's good enough tonight. It's a little bit short. Okay, I changed my mind. I realized I only had 4 pieces left to finish up step 3. So we'll just do step 3 today and step 4 tomorrow. I don't know how I missed I was this close to being done, but I somehow did. Those 2 line up like that. Propeller looks like it's going to actually be a spinner. Straight through. Yeah. Will spin. And then clamp you into our engine. This will make the thumbnail look better too, because it'll have a propeller on it. Alright. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I missed that. I guess just the 4 was hidden over here in the corner. I didn't see that I was about to finish up. That's my excuse is going to be anyway. But that seems like that's a more satisfying place to stop because you get a little toy there. But there's that, and of course our base. This little drawer in it. Like I said, I'm still that simple little spinner like that is, it's very satisfying. I don't know, it shouldn't be as fun for me as it is, but it is. Well, good progress for tonight, definitely. Finish up tomorrow. Should be another short video. I think this one's going to end up being fairly short. I'm liking this build. It's something a little different. The boat one doesn't really appeal to me, but they've got one that's a car that sort of does. I think it looks like a sort of, when I glanced at it, it's sort of like a little jalopy type thing. So it sort of looks like it should be wobbling around. But I think, this thing feels pretty sturdy. It's not, it's not, rock solid or anything, but it's for what it is. I think this is going to be a really good look. I'm looking forward to seeing it in motion, doing its whatever its thing is that it's supposed to be doing. Like I said, I always make a point to not watch the videos because I don't want too much of a preview on the final result. But that's where I'm going to call it tonight. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's what YouTube thinks you should be watching. There's another channel I've got over there. Do experiments a couple of times a month. And down here is the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.